Today we're talking about Xbox, Days Gone, Nintendo, Shadow of the Colossus,
Uncharted the Lost Legacy, Crash Bandicoot, Gran Turismo Detroit, Become Human, Destiny 2, Marvel vs. Capcom, Mario & Rabbids, a new RPG.
Hey everyone, I'm Maxwell.
I'm Travis.
And I'm Justin.
And this is episode 54, recorded on June 15th, 2017. I can't believe it, guys.
I know.
Yeah, we're
every
here.
week.
Did you guys know with your brains that Nerds with Mics is a podcast? This thing we're doing is a podcast, and it is about movies, TV shows, games, technology, and much more.
Oh, man.
Much more.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for, is the much more.
The much more. Yeah, forget about the rest of it.
Yeah, I can care less.
Listen, guys, we got to get through this what have you been up to thing, because we got a big old list of shit to talk about today.
All right.
Yeah.
There was this little thing called E3. I don't know if you heard about it.
No, what is that?
No, is that an arts and crafts festival?
That sounds like a crafts festival.
A what?
Arts and crafts? Is that what
Arts
that is?
and crafts.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Sign me up.
Sharts and rafts. The timing of that was perfect.
Sharts in real life, if you didn't hear that. If the microphone didn't pick that up.
Travis is over here just pooping his guts.
Pooping his pantalones.
That's going to be on the internet. All right.
And this is going to be
God.
the E3 episode, so we should see an uptick in views and listen. So, yeah, the whole world is going to
Knows
hear
that you
what
sharted.
you just did. Yeah.
Yep.
On command.
I'm just so glad that I said that when that happened.
All right. Well, who do you want to start with, Maxwell?
Justin, tell
Yes.
me what have you been up to?
Been a pretty busy week. Bought a car on Monday.
What'd you get?
Subaru Forester on the recommendation.
There you go,
of Mr.
Subaru.
McComas over here. Yes.
Loser.
Like to give a shout out to River City Subaru and my boy Alex. He was awesome. He was awesome. He was the best.
Did you tell him you had a podcast?
No, I should have. I'll just shoot him an email.
Might have got you a discount.
Yep. Did that. Been working. I don't think I've played. I played a little bit of PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds earlier this week. I've actually been playing that quite a bit. I am terrible at it. I'm usually dead.
It's good, though?
Oh God, it's so good. It's addicting and it's stressful. But that's pretty much it. That's all I've been doing, I think. Oh, I got caught up on Fargo, which the finale is next week. Amazing. And I'm in the middle of getting better. I caught up on Better Call Saul.
All right. It's a lot of
A
stuff.
lot of stuff you squeezed in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Well, you are just recently married. So.
Oh, God,
Anyways, I myself have been out of town for work, traveling for work. Went to Austin, Texas. That was cool. It was hot, but it was cool. What else have I been doing? I played a lot of Mario Kart on the go because I took my Switch with me, which was nice. What else? I think that's pretty much it. And I just followed E3 stuff while I was out of town.
Wasn't there a show you said you watched? You just told me about it like 5 minutes ago.
I might be having it. Oh, Eastbound and Down. Yeah, which is really interesting.
Yeah.
Have you seen that, Maxwell?
Yeah, actually.
It's extreme.
I think the entire first season, maybe into the second season, or however many
finish
there are.
it. There's only
a
like
good show.
20 episodes
Yeah.
total, I think.
It's extremely inappropriate, but I like
Oh,
it.
God,
It's nice.
Yeah.
But
It's classic him.
other than that, that's pretty much all I've been up to. What about you, Papa Maxwell?
Papa Maxwell. Well, let's see. I played a little bit of Battlefield 1 because I got the PlayStation up and running by deleting a whole lot of shit on that hard drive.
Did you get your
So that was
internet?
pretty fun getting that back into play.
Did you get your
And the
internet speeds up and no?
Oh man, yeah. I plugged in with the Ethernet cable, made a big difference. Went from 30 wireless and 3 down, or 30 down and 3 up, to 80 down and 5 up.
Wow.
So that upload speed's still pretty junky, but all right. But aside from that, man, work and a whole lot of E3, which has just been filling in a lot of information, which we are going to share with you guys today. And man, there's a lot. There's so much stuff, and we probably didn't even get all of it. But before we get into that and find out what truly E3 is,
This is an exciting day.
yeah, got to send a big old thank you to Frank Rigg.
Rig!
My boy Rig with 2 G's. He donated some money to us. He's a Patreon donator. So please, guys, do us a favor, since Frank did us a favor. Go check out his artwork at frankrigart.com. And Facebook. You can find him in both places.
He's got his own website?
Yeah, he's got some good stuff.
Is it for order?
There was not a hyphen in there, right?
I don't believe so.
No.
Did you just pull it up?
Yeah, it hyphens it in the tab, but if you just type in frankrigart.com, it pulls it up.
All right, beautiful. And that is FrankrigGGart.com.
His stuff is awesome.
Yeah, he does a lot of nerdy art.
Yeah, he does. And is this stuff that you can order or just stuff he has to look at? Do you know?
We'll have to ask him, Frank.
Yeah.
Let us know, buddy.
Yeah, let
Can
us
we
know,
buy this
Frank.
stuff or?
Because this stuff is really good. Yeah. Well, that's so cool. However, we still have not got to $5 because I want to kiss Justin on his mouth.
Nope.
So we're $4.
And then I need all those mashed potatoes. So.
Yeah,
$4.
$4.
$10 for mashed potatoes.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, a bite versus a whole
Oh,
bowl.
that's right. You should get a bite during this episode.
That's right.
You think it'll happen?
Nope.
Okay. Maybe next week.
The
All right,
potato
so-
connoisseur is not at the house.
Maybe he can give me some artwork in mashed potato form. All right, so guys, without further ado, I think that's how you say that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm pretty sure.
Let's get into E3, guys.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, I don't even know if I'm ready for this. There's so much
I'm
stuff.
not.
But let's start with the Microsoft bad boys with the Xbox conference. Justin, you want to tell us some shit?
All right, so they come
Emphasis
out.
on shit. Sorry.
So Microsoft comes right out, and they don't hesitate. They show off the Scorpio. They show it off for real.
And wouldn't you know, it looks just like an Xbox One S.
It does, except smaller, which we'll get to that.
Yeah.
It is no longer Xbox Scorpio. It's now Xbox One X. We'll talk about that in a minute. It comes out November 7th. It's $499. It has a 6 teraflop GPU. Travis knows all about the flops.
The flops.
12 gigabyte DDR5 RAM, 4K UHD, and 4K Blu-ray player. This is the smallest Xbox ever created, and it's completely compatible with all previous Xbox One games and games that were made backwards compatible. It actually makes them run better and look better. Several upcoming releases, as well as older releases, will receive Xbox One X updates to utilize these features. Games like that include Forza Motorsport 7, which was announced. It comes out October 3rd. Assassin's Creed Origin comes out October 27th. Sea of Thieves, Spring 2018. Crackdown 3, which looks terrible, so I'm a little surprised it's an Xbox One X game. Like they're promoting it as that. Comes out the same day as the system, November 7th. Fun fact, Terry Crews, who presented the trailer, is a playable character.
A.K.A. Cheeseburger Eddie.
I've always wanted to know what it's like to be Terry Crews, and now I finally get to know.
Listen, I like that you're kind of rapid firing these things right into our noggins.
You're right.
Maybe
well, we're going to go back and
slow
talk
this down
about
a little bit
We're gonna
because
go
I
back and
got so
talk
much
about
shit
it.
to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to get lost in it.
Yeah, we're going to go back and hit the
Okay.
highlights. The highlights.
Okay.
PlayerUnknown Battleground was announced for Xbox One. Comes out late 2017. And Travis skipped through all my notes, so I don't know what's next.
Just kidding. Go ahead.
Metro Exodus, which I didn't really like the Metro games before, but this looks great. It was a new Metro game announced. It's open world. State of Decay 2, Spring 2018. Ori and the Will of the Wisps, which is a sequel to Ori and the Blind Forest. And Cuphead.
Max was excited for Cuphead.
Yeah, I am too. That comes out September 29th. And original Xbox games are coming to backwards compatibility. So, guys, let's break this down. What stands out?
All right, well, let's...
All right.
Go ahead, Maxwell.
Let's start with Xbox One X,
Yes.
which we kind of talked about. Acronym, kind of weird. Xbox One X, XBOX. But this name is so damn confusing.
It's like the
and
Wii
think
U.
about all the parents that are going to go, and I need to get the new Xbox for my kid. Okay, the S or the X? Did he say S? I don't know. X? They kind of sound the same. Which one? Well, one's $250, the other one's $500.
Yeah.
You know what I'm getting him? The $250 one.
Yeah.
So that seems like it's going to be a little bit confusing.
It reminds me of the Wii U name and how messed up that was. And we know how that worked out. Not well.
Yeah. Not well.
I bet we don't get a Zelda game on this one either. What do you think?
I think there's enough hype around this since they Project Scorpio, which I think was a way better name for the Xbox. But I think it is a powerhouse for sure. It's very impressive performance. The 4K, I think, is just going to be explosive with this, with the games that are come forward. However, this was really weird. Oh, that alarm. We didn't learn from last few episodes to do not disturb our phones.
It's my work phone. I apologize.
Well, you're not at work right now.
Usually I am.
What I was going to say is Destiny is not going to be running in 60 frames a second in 4K on the Xbox One, even though, I mean, technically it should be able to. It is going to be running with limitless frames on PC.
What about PS4? Do we know?
I think that
30 frames a second
I think
as well.
that's I think because I don't know for sure, but I think
quality of developer.
No.
Bad game.
I think because the PS4 Pro is unable to run the game at 60 frames a second, that they basically told Activision / Bungie, I think, is that who does, that they wanted both consoles to run the same. That's what I think I had read.
Fun.
So,
Yeah.
I don't know for sure.
Which is probably a good idea if you want to, for sales numbers, to be honest. Because PC players it's a whole nother realm.
Yeah.
So
I remember when all of my old Xbox 360 games ran the same as my Xbox One games because they didn't want it to play differently on the two.
You're such an Xbox fanboy. I love it.
I know. What else?
Yeah. Anything else you want to call out before I go, Maxwell?
Forza, well, we can talk about this together if we're on the same topics, because Forza Motorsport 7 is, oh my gosh, it's like if you want to show off the quality of a game and the graphics, do a racing game. And it used to be Gran Turismo, and now it's Forza, and just...
It's pretty.
You know what they did, though, that was aggravating? Is they took too much time showing off that car. Did you watch it?
Well, I missed the conference part
they
of that.
spent
No,
like
I just cut
10
the
minutes
highlights
showing
for
off a
Xbox.
real car that had never been seen before by anybody.
It was a Porsche.
I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I want to see the gameplay.
Yeah.
But don't they always announce a car?
I don't know. They might.
Exclusive.
World premiere.
Yeah, everything
That
apparently is
concept's
exclusive with Xbox.
Yes,
We know that
that's
much.
the running joke right now.
Even if it is coming out with another console.
Exclusive.
Timed exclusive. That's how they're getting around that.
They also shut off Assassin's Creed Origin. Right? Now, obviously, that's not exclusive.
I
However,
was surprised how good that looked.
it looked great.
Yeah.
And one of the things I liked about it, too, is it seems to have more of an RPG element to it, which I thought was really cool.
Did you guys see the gameplay where they were the boss fight?
Yeah.
I did not. No.
Yeah, that was cool.
It was. I mean, it looked good, but then it was like, okay, they're still fighting.
Yeah. Oh,
It was like 20 minutes in, and it's still just like a
wait, I don't
boss
think I
fight.
saw
And
that
I
one.
was just,
yeah, I don't think I saw that.
It's like they're in like a coliseum, and it's just
no, I
him
didn't
fighting
see that
this
one.
big old dude. And it just went on for like
too long.
ever. And I don't think Assassin's Creed's ever really been massive on character movements, right? Like attack variation.
Right.
And this seemed to be the same thing. Like, I'm going to swing an axe, but it's just going to be the same
Right.
movements. But
I thought that game looked great. We also seen Sea of Thieves.
Oh my
which
gosh.
I'm super excited about.
I need it.
Drink and play pirate games with your friends.
Yeah, I was really disappointed not to see a sooner release date than that.
Yeah.
I really thought we'd get it this year. I was really kind of hoping that would be a game where they're like, guess what, guys? Go home and download it. It's out now.
Yeah.
But they didn't. It didn't happen.
nope, just a year from now.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Crackdown 3.
Okay.
It looks terrible.
It does look terrible. I only ever like those games for the playing with friends anyways.
Yeah.
But I feel like if we waited this long to get this game, why does it look terrible?
I don't know. Now, what I've read is that it looks bad, but it plays really well. It's a lot of fun. However, it looks really bad. So
Is
I
it-
don't.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it should have came out 3 years ago, which, Travis, we've talked about this, you especially, because I know you were a fan of these previously, that a Crackdown 3 game would be coming out, but is it too late? And I think visually it looks like, and then I was not pumped at all watching this.
Yeah, one of the things that I was disappointed to see, but I know Xbox fans were just excited to see, is PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is, I think, exclusively on Xbox, which is
Timed.
Oh, is it timed?
Yeah, it's timed.
Okay, I do like the fact that game is coming to console.
Oh, yeah.
Because that game has a 3 million player base right now.
It's
on
huge.
just Steam.
It's It's a ton of fun. Like, I just can't stress how good that game is. If they can really get 100 players in one server on console, that's gonna be huge.
Kind of reminds me of that game we used to play, Maxwell. What was it called?
Mag.
You guys played Mag?
Massive action
I
game.
played Mag. That's
Yeah.
from the people who made SOCOM. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know.
Listen,
Right.
I had the PlayStation Move, and I bought
God.
the gun mount
Yeah.
for it, and tried playing that game with holding the gun, and oh my god,
I bet that
it
sucks.
was impossible.
Yeah.
I wish Zipper was still alive so we get SOCOM.
But I borrowed it from Travis, and then I borrowed it for so long that
Stop
then they
making the
stopped
game.
supporting it.
Another game I was surprised by, Justin, was Metro.
Yeah.
I never played any of the previous ones, but this one actually looks really good.
They're okay, but this one, yeah, like you said, it looked incredible. The bear fight and everything, it was insane. It was tense, and if it plays as good as it looks, I'll definitely get it.
Now, in this one,
You have to fight a bear in tents.
Yep, one tent, one sleeper tent too, so it's gonna be hard.
now,
Ooh.
State of Decay 2, is it multiplayer or is it single player? 'Cause-
Co-op.
Oh, it is just two people.
Yeah, it used to be. Well, I'm pretty sure it's co-op. Now that
The first one was single player, so I wasn't sure about the new one.
I want to say they added a co-op expansion though for the Xbox
okay.
One re-release.
Yeah, the
No.
new one looks really good though.
Well, State of Decay 1 was one of my favorite games from last gen. I bought it again on Xbox One. It was kind of an under-the-radar hit, but it's basically The Walking Dead meets Grand Theft Auto.
That's cool.
It's a big, huge open world. You can get in cars and drive around, but then you attract more noise.
Yeah.
Zombies hear you. But the cool thing about it is you start off with 2 characters. And I want to say one of you's already bit, but you can go back and forth between either one. You then find a house, and there's a few other people there, and you can cycle and play through any of those people. So basically, you keep going through the map and securing locations with more people, but anyone can die. So those 2 guys you start off as, they can die right away. If you haven't secured that first house, the game's over. As long as you have that first house, they can die, but you can play as any of those people you find.
Wow, that's kind of interesting.
It's nuts because people you're attached to, like, you're almost hesitant to take them out on a mission because
They may die.
like, well, I don't want Bob to die. Bob's my favorite.
Yeah.
And then he,
Hey, real quick, I was just skimming through this because talking about co-op, I don't see it anywhere in the notes. And that could be my fault because I don't remember
know what
who
you're talking
announced
about. The prison game.
it. Yes.
What's it
How did we
called? I
miss
don't
this?
know, but I
It's
want it.
called, it's the one that's got the new type of co-op, right?
It's from the creators of Brothers, The Tale
It's
of
called,
Two
what,
Sons.
is it Way to...
Away with Us or something? I don't know. I may have made that up.
It's not Escape Plan. That was a bad move. Still
Is it
on.
Xbox One
It's not
exclusive?
Escape Plan 2. That's a second bad move. It's still on.
No, I don't think it was... well,
Type in
actually,
prison co-op game. That'd be the
but they're
easiest
not
way.
always in...
We are idiots. We have like this massive list, so I mean it's okay. I think it's fair, but
Yeah,
this game,
A Way Out.
A Way Out.
EA.
A Way Out.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
That game. Who announced
EA.
it? What
it's an
system?
EA game, but EA is doing this thing where they're kind of helping take indie developers under their wing. So it's a smaller developer, but EA is kind of
Publishing it.
So it's kind of cool.
Okay.
It looks good.
Can we just squeeze this in
Yeah.
because since we don't have a spot for it? Look, A Way Out. I am so pumped that I clearly forgot the name of this game. That's how pumped I
you are.
am. My brain just shut down. This actually looks really, really good. And whether you're in the same room or online together, the co-op, you constantly are in a split screen, which is really interesting. But they want you to be able to always see what that other player is doing because you're not always in the same scene together. And your timing is going to be really important on that player, executing their part. But this seems like a lot of fun, and I just don't know how large the game is, like how many hours you can get out of this, or if there's multiple ways to get out, like if the replay value would be
Did you ever
high.
play Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons?
No.
This is the same developers.
Yeah, you play as 2 brothers, but it's not 2 players. You play on one controller, and each analog stick controls a brother. And I want to say,
Oh,
like,
that's
each
neat.
trigger controls that respective action for that brother. It was neat. Kind of frustrating at times, but this looks a lot better.
I just think it's cool that when you play online with someone else, it's still a split screen co-op game.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
And there's no way to play this alone in story mode.
Yeah.
Like it's just a
Yeah.
co-op
Yeah,
story.
it's really neat. And that's going to be sometime 2018, and it is not exclusive, so you don't have to buy an Xbox. if you don't want to.
exclusive.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Now there is something on this list that has me a little. Well, 2 things. I mean, Forza, which we talked about, and I do miss playing those games a lot. And then just like I almost want an Xbox to play that game
man.
just to
If
look
Max
at it.
had an Xbox, my pants would shrink.
Yeah, you should get one. We were wreaking havoc in GTA the other night, and just
It was
I think
fun.
we all were in the red by the time we got off.
Oh yeah, we were. What other game, Maxwell?
I mean, we can definitely play on the PS4. By
You
the
have
way.
GTA 5?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
Yep.
know that.
What other game makes you want an Xbox? I'm curious now.
I know.
I don't. It's not Ori.
Next one down.
It's Cuphead.
Yeah.
I was looking for this game for a while, and we've talked about it before, but I'm really disappointed in the trailer. So I don't know if they had gameplay and I just completely missed this, but I feel like the trailer was just like, hey, here's just a 30-second video of the game, and bye. See you guys later.
Yeah, I agree.
Comes out September 29th, though, so we don't have to wait too long to see what we're really getting into. But that game, just based on like the visuals and the hand-painted backgrounds, it's like
That looks great.
just looks beautiful.
Yeah, I would agree. So
You missed one. The big topic there.
yeah, big topic. So Xbox One original. Oh, no, sorry.
Xbox original. The original
Yeah,
Xbox games.
original Xbox games are now going to start becoming backwards compatible. So how's that make you feel?
Well, much like you just said, my pants are starting to shrink. I can't.
Do you? But
I want Knights of the Old Republic, man. That's all.
I mean, that's fine. But are you really going to go back and play original Xbox games?
Knights of the Old Republic probably a couple times, yeah.
But you have it on PC, do you not?
Yeah, but I don't like it on PC.
You could use.
Oh,
it.
they did add controller support, but
Yeah.
still, I like it on Xbox.
Like they said, oh,
Nostalgia.
cool, Crimson Sky coming.
And-
I'm like, why wouldn't you just make a new Crimson Sky?
And I left this off the notes, but they're also releasing the Duke controller.
The
for
old
Xbox
school
One.
one? That's so stupid.
Yeah, I'm gonna get one. Play all my Xbox games.
That controller was terrible.
No, it wasn't.
These hands are tiny. I got.
I want
Tru-
Jade
I got-
Empire too.
I got Trump hands, guys.
Huge.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I have no interest in original Xbox games, to be honest. I mean, there's a couple cool ones, but I'm not super sold on it. Maxwell, do you want to go through some of the Ubisoft ones, and we'll just kind of talk about them?
I can do that. So right off the bat, man, Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle, which I talked about on the predictions, what we thought we'd see, and I was like, yeah, we're definitely going to see this game there from Nintendo, but I was more excited about this game when I didn't know anything
And
about
now
it.
you're less excited.
Yeah, I watched there was some gameplay. Some people were like afraid that the game was going to be too children oriented, and they were like, "No, I think this is still something I could get into." No, I don't. It does not look like something I could get into. I was really looking forward to something more like Mario RPG from
Right.
the Super
Yeah,
Nintendo.
that game looks strange to me. It's not anything I'll be picking up anytime soon. Not a fan. However, Far Cry 5, they did show some gameplay for that, and that game looks pretty
Yeah.
incredible, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It
Yes, it
definitely
did.
looks like a cult type America. I don't know what you all think about it, but it definitely.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
do like the scenery though. I think is it Montana? It's a fictional town.
It's a fake
yeah.
town,
Hope
and
City or
yeah,
something?
Yeah, Hope City, but yeah,
County,
but
I
it looks awesome. Very American. So, but yeah, the gameplay, all that stuff.
So the developers, they actually went out to Montana and met a bunch of people, and they went on hunting trips with people, and that's where they got the ideas to have the dog in. So you can have, what do they have? Guns for hire, friends for hire,
Guns.
and fur for hire, I think, or something like that. And it's so you can bring in friends to play with you, which is awesome. You can have in-game. I think they're just NPCs, but they'll
Yeah.
come in and like help sniping from a distance or whatever. But then you can get the dog, which is really helpful. And they kind of got onto that path because of when they were out hunting with this guy in Montana in real life. And the guy was like, always trust your dog. And then they were like, it just kind of stuck with us. So we wanted to bring this in as a more key element.
What's
to
funny
the game.
though is like your dog will attack people, or if you kill a person, he'll pick up the gun and bring it back to you. Which is cool.
Yeah, that's super cool. And then the premise of the game, if I remember this correctly, the idea that this guy that's leading this religious group basically believes that if you don't agree with his beliefs and stuff, that you need to be
It's
taken
basically
out,
like a Waco situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
South Park Fractured Butthole.
That's what you have after what you did at the start of the show.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't play the original one.
So good.
you move your character like it's not. Is it like an RPG?
It looks like an episode of South Park.
Oh yeah, I mean I know what it looks like,
Yeah.
but how does it play?
Like a turn-based RPG.
Oh, so it is turn-based.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's really good. It's actually pretty complex. Like it's a full-fledged RPG. It's not some.
Is that something you beat the first one?
Mm-hmm. It's great.
Wow, Maxwell, do you have any interest in playing this game?
I didn't get to see any gameplay out of this one, which I know they had. I was going to watch that, but I got caught up in some other stuff before the start of the podcast tonight. But I definitely want to check it out. I missed not playing the Stick
Yeah,
of
they're
Truth.
also bringing a mobile game as well. It's something completely different, but they're also bringing a game to mobile, which will be cool. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the Phone Destroyer.
Yeah. Justin, do you want to take the next one?
Which?
Oh, go ahead. Which what? Say it.
Yeah, the Phone Destroyer. I don't know about that game, how I feel about it, but I guess it's supposed to be
Pretty.
more of like a turn-based game. Am I right?
You are, and there's something about lap dances or something I've seen. I don't know.
Oh, that's right. I don't know if was that in Phone Destroyer or the Factory Butthole.
One of the two. I'm not sure what. I remember seeing it, but I can't.
Yeah, and it's like it's
Yeah.
brutal. Justin, did you see that clip? The lap dance. It's basically one of the kids on a guy's lap, and which is clearly like in the back room of a strip club, and you have to make him like vibrate on the guy's pants, and you have like a meter to fill up, and then he twerks on him, and then there's like a fucking splooge scene that just happens, and I'm like, what the fuck, man? These guys have just like
They are.
pushed the limits for
That
sure.
sounds like a Tuesday to me. Anyways,
So we talked a little bit about Assassin's Creed Origins a minute ago. Do you guys have anything else to add on that?
no, I think we covered enough.
Okay, so then what about you, Maxwell? You good? Okay, so
Yeah, I'm
then
good.
they announced a game called Skull and Bones, which has been described as the pirate parts from Black Flag, kind of mixed with gameplay from The Crew and For Honor. And I think pirate games is a new trend, guys.
Yeah, it seems like it. Now, this is the same developer team in somewhere in Asia, I forget where they said, but they were basically completely responsible for all the water elements in every other Assassin's Creed game. And Black Flag, obviously, a big part of
Flag
that.
is awesome.
So they basically are why, when you watch Assassin's Creed Origins, the demos for this, that water is just like...
So
unbelievable. And then of course this game has like just
It's funny
incredible
to
water
think-
effects, but it's
yeah, it's funny to think there's an entire team behind just water, right?
Yeah.
Now, Maxwell, I'm hoping maybe you can add some color around this next one, because I know that you were super excited to see this trailer. However, I never played the first one, but I know it's really like a cult classic.
Beyond Good and
Yeah.
Evil 2.
Yeah.
Could that be what thou is
Yes.
talking about? Look, this game made a huge impression on me back when it came out on PlayStation 2, I think. And it was something... This is a long time. I played the game back when it came out. And just sometime last year, I remembered that game. Something triggered, and it made me think of that. And I was like, oh my gosh, that game was incredible. The story and everything, the elements, was way ahead of its time. And this is like 15 years in the making. People have been wanting this game forever. Or 15 years, if you're going to measure that foreverness. But Beyond Good and Evil, you guys watched the trailer to this, right?
And look, dude, the cinematics were amazing.
Yes.
And
I didn't
Justin?
watch it. I was hoping you forget that you
man.
asked
well,
Like,
what's
this
funny
is-
is like there's going to be a reference that Maxwell will probably allude to here in a minute, that you can't also... Have you seen Fifth Element?
Nope.
Yeah. Go ahead, Maxwell.
I'll just check out
Yeah.
for a moment.
Yeah, the world in this very much Fifth Element-esque. But I'm really, really looking forward to it. It is a prequel to the original. Jade was the main character in Beyond Good and Evil, and you're going to be playing as Jade's mother, I think, in this one. And it just, honestly, I don't know. If it's anything like the trailer, and with the potential that they could have made the first one, I know that they would have really pushed it. I think this game's going to be gorgeous. It's going to blow us away.
What type of game was the original? I know that the main character was like a photographer, and she was trying to like uncover like corruption in the government or something. But like, did you just go around
Yeah.
taking pictures or stuff, or like what type of game?
No, the pictures were an element into it, and a lot of people are speculating that if they do the photography in the new one, then it would be similar to how Breath of the Wild would work. Yeah. It's been a really long time since I've played it, obviously, but it was definitely more action adventure as well in this, and again, the characters and the story was fantastic.
Now, I didn't see the video for the next one, but what I did just find... Did you watch the video for the next one, Maxwell?
I can't remember this one.
Yeah, Transference. So Transference is actually a new trippy VR game from... it's actually from Elijah Wood's studio, I guess, is making it. It's a psychological thriller VR experience, essentially. And it comes out in the spring of 2018. It says that it invites players to enter the home of the mind, essentially. Elijah Woods featured heavily in the first trailer, and the game is showing during the conference when Ubisoft was actually showing a lot of the VR things that they have coming out. It's in the theme, I guess you would say, of like a VHS style video to help set the stage. So it kind of gives it that creepy, psychological, weird kind of feel. But it's going to be available for the HTC Vive, Oculus Rift, and the VR, PlayStation VR. So I'll have to go back and watch the trailer because I didn't watch it. But
yeah, I remember Elijah Wood's in the trailer.
Yeah, but I had no idea he had his own studio, which I find that interesting as well. Justin, did you play? Because I know Maxwell and myself didn't play The Crew. I don't think.
I played it. So the problem with The Crew is I played it like right after I've played Forza Horizon 2, I think, or Horizon 3. So I feel like if I hadn't played that game, I feel like The Crew would have been a really good game.
Yeah.
And the idea is great. It's literally the entire map is the U.S. And you can drive from Miami to San Francisco if you want to.
And there's like major mile markers along the way, right?
Now obviously it's not to scale. Because
you mean I can't drive cross country in real time?
Not in real time. It will take you maybe an hour or two though. But so that's cool. But it was good. I haven't looked into the new one yet. I probably should have, but I'm excited about it. I think that they can learn a lot from the last one.
Yeah, I think the potential of the game is really cool, and I like the concept. I think they need to kind of like what Need for Speed needs to do, because I feel like the last Need for Speed games try to compete like in the Forza realm.
Yeah, I hate those games.
I think Need for Speed and The Crew need to lean as far away from those games as they can and kind of get back to their roots a little bit. I think the new Need for Speed game looks incredible.
And oh my gosh!
3 playable characters, which is cool. It's kind of like the Grand Theft Auto 5 kind of vibe. Did you see the trailer for? Did you even watch E3 stuff?
I watched some of it, but I was
the Maxwell, you can talk to me about it because I don't know if you watched it, but it had a very much Fast and Furious feel. The trailer did, I thought. And at the beginning, like you're chasing down this semi that has like this high-end car that you need. And you pull up beside of it, a girl climbs the ladder, drops down in to get the car, and the next thing you know, she's busting out of the back of the car, and then the camera switches, and now you're playing as her driving that car. And it's the way they do the cinematics and the action sequences is really well done. Now, to that point, one thing that I didn't like about this year's E3, especially with Sony, because it's something they usually do, is nobody was on stage doing live demos. Last E3, so through most of all Sony's conference, they had somebody standing on stage looking down a screen, and you were seeing what they were doing in real time. But nobody at E3, as far as I know, actually did any live demos on stage. So we don't know how much of that stuff is scripted, right, or cinematography or CGI type, already staged, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So we'll just have to wait and see. Steep's the snowboarding game, right?
It's got a few different winter sports.
Oh yeah, winter sports. I think they're coming out with a
Road to the Olympics.
Olympics, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
I think maybe the first game should have stuck a little bit more to that because I didn't play. It looked cool. I wanted to play it, but I didn't play it.
It's pretty fun.
Now, Justin, this next one will probably be one that you'll be able to more talk about because I know you own it.
I do. Yeah. I own the 2017 version.
Oh, well, let's talk about 2018, bro.
I didn't watch this trailer either, but I assume it's the same as the last one, just more songs. Just Dance 2018. For the record, yes, I own a copy of this game, but no, I do not play it. So, let the record show.
Yeah, your wife plays it, though, right?
Well, God, I feel like Jeff Sessions.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah. Starlink Battle Arena, Atlas, Maxwell, I don't know if you watched the trailer for
Is
this?
this a Toys to Life game?
I don't know.
Is
The
this
what?
a Toys to Life game? Like
Toys
Disney
to Life?
Infinity and
This is like-
Skylanders.
Yeah. And it's you get little ships and then you can change out the guns, so you're just buying parts
forget
for
that.
days.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, I think that pretty much does it for Ubisoft.
Jump into some.
Yeah, we'll let you lead with Bethesda.
Me?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. So Bethesda, there's a couple things that we aren't in the notes I'm going to talk about first real quick, if that's cool.
Okay.
Fallout 4 VR is coming to HTC Vive. Not PSVR, I'm pretty sad about that. And Doom VR, but it's not the full game. It's a different type of game.
Yeah.
But it is coming to PSVR. And then we got our first look, not our first look, but an extended look of Skyrim on the Switch. And the entire time I was thinking, I'm going to buy Skyrim again probably, but I don't really want to. And then they whipped out that amiibo. It changed everything.
Did you see that video, Maxwell?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
They put the Link amiibo on the Switch, and guess what happens? Master Sword and the shield.
Do you think they teased Epona as well? Because they definitely showed him riding a horse after.
Oh my
after
god!
that.
I didn't even catch that. I was still trying to clean up my mess after seeing the sword and shield. But that comes out later this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
You're gonna have to talk about this next one because I didn't play
Me?
it. Yeah.
okay, I love this game series too. I loved everything Bethesda did at their conference.
Yeah.
So they announced a whole new Dishonored game, which was a huge surprise because 2 just came out, called Dishonored: Death of the Outsider. I'm still not entirely sure what the story is about. I did watch the trailer, but I'm still cleaning up that mess from Skyrim. And it comes out in October, I believe, right?
Yeah.
So that's a quick turnaround from the last game. I still haven't beat the last one yet. And then, do you guys have any thoughts on Dishonored?
No, because I haven't played it. I have nothing to.
The gameplay looked beautiful.
played those games?
Well, it wasn't gameplay, I guess. It was just maybe it was the gameplay. I don't know. Whatever they showed looked pretty incredible. I never
They
played
are
the other ones, but this one
fantastic.
looks very appealing.
The first one, like,
It feels like kind of Bioshocky, like the. I mean, I know it's a totally different type of game, but it
you
kind
could
of
say a
has that
mix of that
steampunk
and
kind of.
Thief, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, very steampunk. Like Susan Sarandon and that Chloe Grace Moretz girl are in the first one,
Yeah.
and I don't know who's in the second one, but
Yeah.
it's really good. And then this next trailer, I was just so confused but engaged throughout the entire trailer, and I just could not figure out what it was. And then when they told me, I was kind of disappointed, but still excited at the same time. I can't explain it. The Evil Within 2.
Yeah, I thought the trailer was amazing.
Yeah, the music and just the tone and just the overall creepiness of it. What did you think, Maxwell?
I don't remember.
How could you not
honestly.
remember that?
The scary games I'd probably
wow.
try to ignore.
Yeah. Now, the
That's
next-
great. I did play the first one. The first one was pretty cool, but it just wasn't one that I was ever like, oh, I really hope there's a second one. It was
Yeah.
just kind of like, I'm
Yeah,
done.
Maxwell, why don't you talk about the last game
Yes.
trailer that's there?
Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus.
Yes.
Yeah, this one did look really, really good. I never played the first one. I either watched you play it or
I think I'm
somebody
gonna
else play
buy
it.
it because it's on sale right now for $12 on the PlayStation
never played
Store.
it?
No,
Oh, man.
we don't own it. I don't think so.
I don't
I'm gonna
think so.
buy that, and then there's also the New Blood that's on sale too, which
Yeah.
is an expansion, right?
It's like a $20 standalone.
So which one should I buy? Both.
Both.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never played them. But Maxwell, like when I was watching it at first, like I was like, "What is this game?" Because they don't really get into anything crazy, until like later in the trailer. But then he's got this whole helmet thing on. It's just the
It's
trailer
nuts.
was awesome.
There's one thing I'd like to point out about Bethesda, and I'm really grateful for this, and that is I think every single one of these games comes out this year.
Yeah.
That's what they did with Fallout 4. They didn't say Fallout 4 was being made. People knew, but they didn't
Yeah.
say it. And they're like, Fallout 4, November, have fun. And
And their
Yeah.
quality.
I'm really grateful for that. I'm glad I don't have to wait till spring 2018 to play Wolfenstein or...
What did you all think about Maxwell? Did you just watch the trailers, or did you actually watch the Bethesda conference?
I missed
So,
their
pretty
conference.
funny.
what was cool about it is the guy came out and he talked for maybe 5 minutes,
Yeah.
and then it went into like this video that was like
Animated.
animated,
And
and
narrated.
because the whole thing is, I don't know if you've seen online, is like Bethesda has a theme park, right? Kind of like Disney almost, and each game makes up a different part of the park, and basically the video was kind of like a tour through their park, and then on a map, like for the past few months, they've had sections that were under construction or being built or whatever, and they just kind of took you through the video, and it was all about games, and then they had all that down into 30 minutes, and it was over. It was awesome. So I just like the way that they did it.
And they killed it. They crushed it, and they've got 5 or 6 quality games that are coming out later this year.
Yeah,
I'll probably buy all of them.
All right, Maxwell. What else you want to talk about, bruh?
Well, we got a lot more to talk about. It's going to be a long episode. But before we get into that, let's hear some words from some of our friends.
Not all of them.
Not all of them. Some of them.
Hi, everyone. My name is Mystique Siren. I am partnering up with the guys at Nerds with Mics, and I stream on Twitch. You guys can follow me at twitch.tv/Mystique Siren. It's spelled with a Q and not a C, like Travis has told you 12 times. But you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I always post whenever I go live, so you guys know and you don't ever miss a stream. I mainly stream Destiny. Don't let Justin tell you that it sucks, because it definitely rocks. It's awesome. Just come hang out with me in my stream, and I'll show you the ways. Don't worry. But I also stream Battlefield, Overwatch, and Borderlands. MMOs, RPGs, first-person shooters. I love them. So I will see you there. So just follow. Thanks, bye.
Nick from the NB Experience YouTube channel. Do you like new and retro video games? Do you like to laugh at stupid and inappropriate things? Do you like to watch people fail more often than not? If you answered yes to any, or all, or even none of these questions, check out the NB Experience on YouTube, VidMe, Twitch, and Twitter. I feature a wide variety of games, from Pokemon to Super Smash Bros. To Shaq Fu. Subscribe to the NB Experience for this and much.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Two Guys with Raging Goals. I'm Mikey and this is Adam, and every Friday, we bring you a conversational podcast where we put together this set.
Yes.
We do real good work here.
Yep.
There we go, Pikachu.
Hallelujah.
Every Friday, we bring a conversation to this table, and we discuss it for your enjoyment.
Yes.
If you like that, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, at Two Guys with Raging Goals. You can also head on over to patreon.com/2guysraging. Throw us a couple bucks, keep the lights on, get exclusive perks, like the all-new Harry Potter series, Muggles at Large. You can also listen to Adam click a pen like a psychopath.
All right, guys. Well, welcome back. So let's get right back into this shit. PlayStation had a lot to say, didn't they?
They sure did.
They sure had a few things on their list, and one of those big old things was God of War.
Yes.
And that comes out when?
It comes out early 2018.
That's pretty sad. That's a long ways away.
It is, but I have to say the trailer looks incredible.
Yeah, it does. Look, this is completely different from their other games.
It really is. It's more like a father-son mentoring relationship with also killing stuff. It's really strange.
It looks very story-driven this time, for sure.
It really
Horizon
does.
Zero Dawn?
Huh? Yeah, very much so, actually. I never really thought about that. I think it's Santa Monica Studios that does that, but it looks incredible. Like, did you watch the newest trailer, Maxwell? I assume you did, right?
Yeah. Yep.
It has that huge, like, I think they call it the Earth, the world. It's like a world rider, or they call it, I can't remember what they call it. That big thing at the end that spits his axe out. Yeah. And he's like, and then he says, he wants to help us. I'm like, what is happening? But it looks phenomenal. Let's talk about something that Maxwell and I think doesn't look phenomenal graphics wise, and that's Call of Duty World War II.
Yeah, not impressed, man. I watched gameplay of this and I was like, what are we looking at? Is this just an older Call of Duty game that they just put a new title on?
It's actually PlayerUnknown's World War II mod for the original Modern Warfare on PS3.
Yeah, it comes out November 3rd, but yeah, the multiplayer gameplay is not looking super great. Gameplay wise, I mean, it looks just like all the other Call of Duty games, but graphically it looks a little dated, so we'll just have to wait and see.
Did you see the guy jetpacking in the background though?
Yeah.
No.
A game that I've always wanted to play on a bunch of different mostly Nintendo consoles. I've never played a Monster Hunter game.
Me either.
I always heard they're phenomenal. They're co-op games. You can go hunt monsters with friends, and it's like a very much looting and gear type of game. But but I've never played them. But there's a new one coming to PlayStation early 2018 called Monster Hunter Worlds. Now, I'm not 100% sure if this game is co-op or not because the trailer, I don't know if y'all watched it. It just showed one person. But it does look really interesting.
You got some burps in there you're trying to...
I got the...
Just let them go, man.
Yeah.
Just let them go.
But yeah. Now, Justin, well, you didn't watch the new trailer, did you?
That's all right. I know everything I need to know.
What, it's about zombie survival with motorcycles? Is that all you need to know?
Yes.
Did you watch the newest trailer for Days Gone, Maxwell?
Days Gone, yeah. The little bit of gameplay we got out of it.
Yeah. What'd you think?
December 29th. It's going to be a good day. Because this game looks good. I mean, as far as zombie games go, and it looks like this is definitely closer to, what am I thinking of?
Last of Us?
That TV show.
Oh, Walking Dead?
Walking Dead, yeah. Obviously, you're going to get that obvious connection to Daryl, but it just seems like really intense. Let me say that, because you got to be all sneaky and...
2 questions.
Yes.
1, does it look better than last year's trailer? Because I thought last year's trailer would look really boring.
I don't know. I didn't see it.
And 2, okay. And then 2, why are they releasing it after Christmas?
Well, and this was gameplay, by the way.
Okay. I think that was last year too, wasn't it?
Yes, but it was more of a tech demo because they wanted to show the
How many
HD lighting, how many zombies were on the screen. This is an actual
wave and wave after zombies.
This almost seems this almost seems like you're actually playing through a mission.
Good.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I'm happy, but I don't get releasing it after this huge exclusive game right after Christmas.
I don't know.
Well, I guess Sony doesn't want money.
Just take what you get, I guess.
Maybe because they might get delayed. Who knows? Now, Maxwell.
Whoa, right?
Yeah, whoa. So Shadow of the Colossus, it's not necessarily a remaster. It's an actual remake. So Shadow of the Colossus remake, it's actually out 2018. I'm kind of sad about it, but it looks phenomenal.
It does, and I guess we'll see it in 2020 in this classic that studio.
Yeah. I'm really excited. There's actually a trailer out that shows both games running side by side.
Yeah.
And they have the games down to a T, except one is drastically better looking than the other. My question is, and I think you might be getting ready to say it, are we going to get the same gameplay mechanics, the same controls?
Right.
That's the real question.
Hopefully they learned their lesson because, the last Guardian was weak on the controls. But I wonder if they're going to add any elements in between you getting to the Colossus.
I'm not sure. Because literally...
Colossus?
Yeah, because that's literally all you do is you fight one Colossus, you hold your sword up in the sky, it beams light in a certain direction, you head there, you fight your next one, so on and so on and so forth. Now...
Yeah.
Each Colossus is drastically different in the way that you have to beat it as far as some fly, some go underwater, but they do need some things. It'd be nice to have a little bit of hack and slash action on the way there. Be kind of nice.
Yeah.
Justin, you want to tell us about the next one?
Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, which
Yes.
it's a standalone game, right?
It is a standalone.
Do we know if it's full price or is it
I
going
think
to be?
it's 30 or 40.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That comes out August 22nd, and no, I did not watch the trailer for that.
I just need to know what you watched the trailer for.
I watched Detroit Become Human.
You watched that right before we started recording.
Right before. I told you, it's been a really busy week.
Yeah, okay.
Well, Lost Legacy is about 2 girls.
One cup.
And then they're kind of like fighting along with each other along the way too. Is it co-op?
Did you know? He didn't say co-op.
No, I said two. I said 2 girls, 1 treasure.
He said 1 cup.
No, I did not say that.
Fun fact.
Those are
No, I'm just
uncharted
kidding.
territories.
Travis was the cameraman for that
I see
video.
what you did there. Uncharted territories.
Yeah, pink eye for a week.
Yeah. 1 in the Plinko, 2 in the Stinko. Anyways.
This next one that I could care less about, Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
The letter N period Sane trilogy.
Terry is gonna cry. Terry said he wants a tattoo of Crash Bandicoot. Yeah, he's weird.
No.
Anyways,
Well,
yeah,
so
I'm with you guys. I could care less.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
You can.
Before E3, actually, sorry, the day before, it came out that Sony had patented a bunch of game titles. And this one's not on our list, but one of them was like Bravo Down. And everyone was like, SOCOM. That's it. That's going to be like either their new take on SOCOM, or it's going to be the new SOCOM
So what was
game.
it?
It was a VR first-person shooter.
Oh, lame.
Yeah, so disappointed.
Yeah.
So disappointed.
Now, Maxwell, you said that you like racing games, and you said that you would play Forza if you had an Xbox. But what do you think about Gran Turismo?
Well, the most recent Gran Turismos that we have gotten way too into it, and they even said it in the announcement that Gran Turismo got too much about collecting lots and lots of cars and not about the heart of playing the game and racing.
Yeah.
And that's where they're putting this game. And it's I forget how many cars or vehicles they were going to have in this, but if it's more like it was back in the day in the PlayStation 2, then yeah, this may be an enjoyable game to pick back up. But Forza has really pulled ahead of them in the car racing simulator. But Gran Turismo is always more of a simulator than Forza, though, where you had to, and they got so intense that you had to like adjust every little piece of the car, and that's when it got too much for me. But yeah, we'll have to see. Once we get more gameplay and information on this game, it may be worth getting this time.
Yeah, it comes out fall 2017, and what's funny about this game is it is so much a simulation that you can, because you know how you have special class license in the game, and that kind of takes you up in difficulty in different cars. You can actually acquire an actual license through this game in Mexico.
Well, that's terrifying.
Yeah. Not like a license, but like a special class license. They use the game and like a simulating setup and everything, and you can actually do it and get a license.
It's like I'm at home playing, and now I've got my driver's license.
No. No, that's definitely not it.
Okay.
Justin, since this is
Detroit.
The one trailer you watched.
Become Human. I watched Spider-Man 2. And something else, but I've already forgotten. Detroit Become Human, it's one of my most anticipated games, and I now see that release date. That's so disappointing. I might be dead by then.
Yeah.
There's no guarantee I'll live.
If you keep eating double orders of fries, you'll definitely be dead.
I'll just die. It's the new game from David Cage, the maker of Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls, and this one takes place. They're kind of like androids.
Chocolate Rain. Sorry.
Sean.
Yeah.
They're kind of like androids that basically just are servants, slaves.
Robotish.
And it looks like there's going to be a revolution.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like there's going to be uprisings.
Yeah, uprisings.
But were those games like Heavy Rain were so much about decision making, this game is taking it to a whole new level.
Yeah, like 100 outcomes.
Gosh, yes. And that is super appealing and has just loaded itself down with replay value, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
The endings to Heavy Rain. Did you play Heavy Rain?
I watched probably him play it or
Listen,
somebody.
If it goes on sale again on PS4, please buy it.
Was Heavy Rain the one where they made it PlayStation Move compatible?
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, it's a great game. Now another great game, one of Justin's favorites, is Destiny. Destiny 2 actually comes out September 9th. Yeah. So, anyways, moving on.
I can't wait to see how crappy that game is for them trying to meet that deadline.
Oh, yeah, we'll see.
You remember that stipulation?
Oh, I know. Maxwell, did you see the trailer for Marvel vs. Capcom?
Well, I saw the trailer and said, hey, you know what? You guys just told me that there's a story mode available to go download now. I did that. I downloaded it.
And? You saw Paul Rudd.
September 19th, the game is going to be out. But I played the story mode, and you do get a lot of characters to play as for the story. You're constantly having two characters that you can switch back and forth with. And it's all versus Ultron Sigma. So I guess he gets like an Infinity Stone finally and really just becomes a real D-bag. But there are a lot of moves in the game. It's simple controls, like 4 attack buttons, and then you get like a special on R1 and L1. But I wasn't sold on it, honestly. Like playing this demo, I should have been like, oh, this is going to be great. But I played through beginning to end of this demo, and I deleted it.
Yeah. That's all you need to say. Were the graphics?
It's a button smasher to me.
Were the graphics decent?
They're fine. Yeah. Honestly, the cutscenes were nothing to really like give a shit about.
Yeah. There was several VR games that were also announced. One being Moss, and it's about a mouse. Anybody know anything else about that other than it's about a mouse?
No.
One of the more interesting ones is there's
really. Huh? Really?
Yeah. This is the most
I'm
interesting.
interested by you thinking this is interesting, so let's go.
Well, there's a PSVR game coming out, Final Fantasy 15, Monsters of the Deep. It's a fishing game. That's strange.
Strange, yes. Interesting, no.
Strange is the right answer.
Yeah. Well, I just think it's interesting that they would do it, is what I'm trying to say.
Maxwell and I both were puzzled by it. Like,
it's like a real, like, you got your VR and your... It's just, I just don't get...
Yeah, like this one piece out of Final Fantasy 15, as massive as that game is, this is the piece that they're going to make a separate thing for.
I'd rather drive that clunky car around in VR.
Imagine if they would make
that was pretty
Final
terrible.
Fantasy in VR.
Cool.
Like the actual game.
Can you imagine the fighting, like zipping from one end to the other? I would throw up everywhere.
Yeah, for sure.
Now,
Terrible.
also coming to VR is Skyrim, which I
Yes.
know you're pumped about.
I am. I can't wait.
And this will be the 6th version of this game you'll probably have to buy, because
Yep.
we don't know if it's just going to be a free upgrade.
I really hope it's an update. I'll even pay DLC like $20 an upgrade from the special edition. But
Yeah.
if it's a $60 game extra, that's not the
You'll
special
still
edition.
buy it.
Yeah, probably.
But the game that I was most excited about,
Yes.
Spider-Man. Now, I still don't think it comes out sometime in 2018. It features both characters, Peter Parker and Miles Morales. Is that right? Is that how you say his name, I guess? But
Sure. I don't know. It's a comic.
yeah.
They don't talk
However,
out loud.
they did I think it was about a 10 or 12 minute gameplay of a mission, and it looked phenomenal.
Yes. Yes, it did.
Gameplay mechanics, the fighting, swinging around the city, just everything about that game. I was like, I need this now.
Yeah, Spider-Man 2 was incredibly impressive for its time, and how that changed the gaming industry, in my opinion, for open world. But I wonder how much further the open world is going to be, because Grand Theft Auto is very massive, and there's certain buildings you can go in and out of. But imagine playing Grand Theft Auto but having Spider-Man, I think.
I would like a true open world Spider-Man game where, like, I don't have to be Spider-Man if I don't want to. I can be Peter Parker and just walk around.
Yeah, that's cool, but it sounds
Yeah,
extremely
I
boring.
want to go to class between fighting crime.
See, the problem with me with the Spider-Man games, though, is like the Amazing Spider-Man 2, it's already not a very good game, but even if you get past, like, the clunky gameplay, it's just kind of boring, because you're just beating up the same people, doing the same type of mission.
But you're Spider-Man.
Yeah, but after about an hour, it gets boring.
Swinging through the
Yeah.
city.
I just think it'd be cool if there were missions like that I had to do as Peter Parker, and then...
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe there are.
Like, you'll go on
'cause I
days,
mean,
go to class.
If you think about Peter, like, I could be, like, taking pictures as a mission, and then something happens, and I have to find a discreet place to change, and then take off. I think real-world events that require me to discreetly change into Spider-Man and take care of stuff would be fun.
That would be kind of neat.
Which, in all fairness, would make it closer to the point
Yeah.
of Spider-Man's character, which is like that he's the most real superhero that you can relate to out of all the superhero characters. And that was one of their big goals when writing about Spider-Man, is they wanted him to be real. And it was kind of frowned upon in that when they were starting it, that character. But yeah, I think that's why he's so good and why he's so beloved. And when they announced 50,000 reboots, we're like, it's okay though.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that much does it for PlayStation. Maxwell, do you want to quickly take us through, and we'll hit some high points here of this Nintendo conference?
Travis can't wait to get that cat.
Yeah. We already talked about Mario and Rabbids Kingdom. August 29th, for those that want it. There is a new RPG Pokemon coming to the Switch, which is great because we already know that the Pokken tournament's coming, but it's a to be announced as far as the any information on the RPG. But that's good for those that really wanted it. Super Mario Odyssey, we got the gameplay out of that. That comes out October 27th, and this I just found out was really interesting. It is technically 2 players. The second player can control Cappy, so it's going to be like probably the amount of control you can get out of Tails in Sonic 2, where you're like not really there and it's all following Sonic.
I'm hoping.
But it seems interesting.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me. There was another Mario game like that where it was co-op. I think it was one of the Super Mario ones on the Wii U where, like, you could, like, the second player could, like, tap the screen to collect coins or something. Or, no, you could tap the screen and put blocks underneath the player that's actually playing. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you could use the gamepad on the Wii U. The other thing was, that was a 2-player game like that, there was an old Kirby game on the Super Nintendo, I think, where the second player could play as whatever, like, you absorbed.
Beyond Two Souls actually had co-op, but it was in the form the second player played on their phone, and it was an app and you controlled the spirit. You like drag your finger across your phone.
Oh, that's interesting.
And kind of like Battlefield 4, where you could be like the mission commander and you can hit buttons on the map and shoot missiles or whatever, which is kind of cool.
And that's what kind of like. No, I'm just kidding. I'm done.
Go ahead.
So, Super Mario Odyssey, which was an E3 announcement. Did you guys watch the gameplay trailer of this?
I have not got
or gameplay.
What did you think?
It looks very, very interesting. So the Cappy gives him like abilities, and he can get to different parts of the game by basically becoming electricity and flying through, which is weird. But Cappy is his own. Technically, it's a character that when Mario wears it, he can throw the cap and it'll grab onto another character, and then Mario becomes that character. So if you have a bomb or whatever, bullet bills, that's what I'm thinking of. If there's a bullet bill, you can throw the hat and become the bullet bill, and you have to use that to get through the stages. So, but there's a limited time. But it's definitely going to fulfill those needs of people, I think, that wanted Mario 64.
Yeah, I'll definitely probably get it.
Just bringing in a lot of new elements. Next, we have Breath of the Wild. There was the DLC was shown for. So in June 30th, we get the Master Trials, which we kind of knew some information about prior. They just showed us a little bit of gameplay. And then something we don't really know much about is the Champions Ballad, which will come out the holiday 2017. So I really have no idea what's coming with that, but we are getting more amiibos. Rocket League, we know, is coming to the Switch. FIFA 18 is coming to Switch. Splatoon 2, which I didn't play the first one, but apparently it has a big following, and they do tournaments and stuff with that all the time, right? Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga plus Bowser's Minions is coming for the 3DS. Sonic Forces for the Switch is fall 2017. Sonic Mania, which is appealing to me, comes out August 15th. And that is a game. Sonic Mania is a game in the traditional 2D scroller style and graphics, just a little bit updated graphics. But it is created by people that were fans of the game originally, that have come on, and they have new guys that are creating the music and influenced by the older ones. But if you like the old games, you'll get to play as Tails, Sonic, and Knuckles. I think it was just the three of them, but and I think it's 2 players again. Like if you want Tails to fly and die over and over, I wonder if you can do that. And then Metroid fucking Prime 4, official title. It's in development, so we don't know anything about it. I assume it's going to be a first-person shooter, so it's not going to be as appealing to me because I never played the other Primes, but maybe I'm missing out.
That loves the Prime games, so he's pretty excited. I never played them.
Yeah. Okay. Just the fact that I got that screen splash of Metroid Prime at this... Holy shit. Like, it just made E3. Like, and they were the third day, right? I couldn't fucking believe it. I was like, holy shit. And then they come and slap me in the naughty bits with Metroid Samus
style.
Returns for the 3DS. So now I got to get a 3D or a 2DS. Yeah. However, I am saddened by the fact that this is just basically a new take on Metroid 2 from the old Game
original,
Boy.
Or are you wanting like a remake? Yeah,
I wanted a whole new story, but this is just the same story. Obviously, I'm sure they're going to like make new levels just all together. The gameplay in this one is very, very interesting. So this is like, I guess it was referred to as a 2.5 game, where it looks two-dimensional. It's just a side scroller, but then there's a lot of elements that make it 3D, but you don't really play in the 3D realm. And for traditional Metroid fans, this definitely. What did I just miss? Enjoy it.
Yeah. Shards and craps.
But this, honestly, I think it's going to be a great game. And then, again, they bring in some new elements where there's like physical attacks where you can kind of knock them away if they charge you. Then we get a Yoshi game is coming out in 2018. It has a working title. Very interesting art style. There's a new Kirby game, also working title 2018. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Never played any of them.
I haven't.
Any of them? I guess I never played the first one. Fire Emblems Fire Emblem Warriors comes out holiday 2017, and hopefully they have feet in this one. And then a bunch of new amiibos. So Nintendo had a lot to talk about with amiibos.
Yeah, for sure.
They know how to make their money. Anything
Metroid
stands
Prime
out you guys
4,
want to talk about? You guys are getting tired.
I don't know. It would have been nice if they would have teased even just the slightest release date.
Yeah.
Even if it was like 2020.
I honestly can't believe they didn't even have like any kind of cinematic trailer put together.
I have a feeling though next year, and I could be wrong, but next year we'll probably, if we don't get it in a treehouse thing or whatever, or a direct or whatever it's called, they'll probably have full gameplay.
And they typically do their own thing, like even after E3 at some point.
Yeah.
So.
But they could literally say we have a direct Nintendo Direct next week, and it could be
they do
the
that from
gameplay
time
trailer.
to time. Yeah.
They're just, it won't be
Maxwell,
so don't get your hopes up.
Well, I think just to kind of, because I know the section we're about to get into, but one of the things that I was sad that Nintendo didn't bring was a new Animal Crossing game.
Yeah, I kind of felt like that wasn't going to happen, but
yeah. A couple things I wasn't surprised that I was surprised about. They also didn't talk about really their online services at all.
Nope.
Which was kind of disappointing. I mean, we've gotten the price, but we've literally heard nothing about software updates like since the console's launch, which is really disappointing. So, and that kind of takes us into our next section. So, what was missing from E3 for you guys?
The biggest thing for me was the Nintendo Switch Virtual Console.
Okay.
I have a strong desire to play those old games anywhere I am in the world.
Right.
Which is typically at my house still, but I would like to play from my couch without the TV on.
Yeah. I think that was more of like a silent announcement because they did say that there's they have a bunch of their games on sale right now, like Zelda and old Mario's and stuff.
It's just the Wii U.
They have eShop, but the virtual console doesn't exist on the Switch yet.
Yeah, you can't buy any retro games.
The only thing you can buy right now is games that are specific for the Switch or a ton of Neo Geo games. That's it.
Pass.
Yeah. Yeah, which is silly. We also didn't see Splinter Cell, which I thought there was a chance we might.
They said that they have not forgotten about Sam Fisher.
Okay.
I definitely haven't forgotten.
Yeah. Maxwell, what was something else that you thought was missing?
It's not something I thought was missing because I didn't write this list, but now that I see it, for sure, Red Dead Redemption 2.
After the delay,
how did we not see something about that?
Yeah, I know
Rockstar hates us.
That is true. I know that Emily, aka Mystique Siren. God, I just had a stroke. She is home weeping because there was no Borderlands announced.
I'm a little surprised. I thought we'd get 3 announced.
I thought for sure as well. And then what's the last one there, Justin?
The biggest surprise, this doesn't make any sense. Because I thought this was a sure thing, but I thought for sure we'd get more Skyrim than what we got. I mean, it's a 6-year-old game. Why didn't we get more of it?
Yeah.
Doesn't really make any sense, but...
We could always use more Skyrim jobs. Am I right?
Oh, I see what you did.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, all right, Maxwell. Over to you, buddy.
Hey, so before we close out, we got to bring in, because not only was E3 full of information, sweet Lordy B, we have so much stuff going on outside of the video gaming world. So that'll take us into our new classic topic.
And now it's time for Rapid Fire.
Adam West, known for playing Batman and himself in Family Guy, passed away this weekend at the age of 88. Sony announced it was going to release clean versions of their R-rated films. This was met with backlash from people such as Seth Rogen and Judd Apatow. Sony has stated that it will not do this if a director protests. The cast of Dodgeball, one of my favorite movies, reunited for an Omaze project to give one lucky fan the opportunity to pick a side to play Dodgeball on. Please God, let there be a sequel in the works. And James Gunn, director of Guardians of the Galaxy and the writer of Scooby-Doo, the film, I did not know that, confirmed that he originally wrote the film for adults and that the first cut that was sent to the MPAA was rated R.
I thought you were about to say that James Gunn directed an adult movie. Anyways, moving on.
They are making a John Wick TV show, and Keanu Reeves may guest star. It will be a prequel and focus on the assassin hotel, the Continental. Jack Burton here, coming to you from the Pork Chop Express. Big Trouble in Little China is getting a comic book sequel to the 1986 movie. It will be titled, and this is weird, Big Trouble in Little China, Old Man Jack. John Carpenter will help write it. Will Jessica Chastain be the villain in X-Men Dark Phoenix? I don't know. Maybe it will be Angelina Jolie. What was the hotel called in John Wick? You deleted it! September starts the shooting of the Venom film that we all want, since it will be starring Tom Hardy and hold an R rating. A Hardy R.
There could
A Tom Hardy
Hardy
R.
R.
Oh.
There could end up being a movie adaptation of Duke Nukem and Borderlands. Let's hope that they don't suck. The movie certainly needed Justin's favorite, Brendan Fraser. The remake was a huge turd. It's at a current 28% on Rotten Tomatoes. Christensen and Bruce Willis is going to be starring in an upcoming film called First Kill.
You're killing it.
What? I hate you all.
You're not very rapid right now.
Yeah. Take-Two has sent a cease and desist letter to the modding community of GTA 5. This move won't kill the modding community. However, it will certainly cripple it. Yeah. Xbox announces a new avatar system that will include the improving diversity, Justin,
Yes.
which we're all fans of here, disabilities, and removing gender restrictions, which is fantastic. However, a word of advice, ignore the comment sections of the sites with this news story, because there is a lot of assholes.
Quick rewind. Did you say mummy or moomy? Or
I thought you said movie.
movie?
No, I said mummy.
So the movie really needed Brendan Fraser. To be fair, we all need Brendan Fraser. He's the national treasure.
Yeah. Well, guys, it brings us to that sweet, sweet time of the show, and it's now time for
Pick of the Week. Ba-da-da.
All right, Justin, start us off.
So I was gonna go with a few different things, but
Yes, I see. There's a ton of things that you have.
Yeah, I see
written.
what you put down there too.
Yeah, I know what mine is.
Anyway, I'm gonna go with my car that I just got.
It's your wife's car.
She's driving it right now, but I literally drove it every single day. It's probably her car, but I love it. Subaru Forester, just a great car.
Have you tried the eyesight stuff yet?
Oh, dude, I literally was driving down the highway, put the lane assist on, and just let it bounce me back and forth between the lanes.
Yeah.
It was sweet. I'm probably going to die soon. But I really love that car. It's awesome, and I'm happy with my purchase. Thanks,
right.
Alex at River City Subaru.
Yeah, shout out. Maxwell, what about you, buddy?
Well, obviously not ready, as there's a big old blank space there.
But I got a blank space, baby, and
Yeah.
I'll write your name.
Oh, thanks. Your pick of the week? Is that what you're saying?
Nah, spoiler, maybe.
Write it down.
So this one is totally never been in the direction that I've ever gone with this. There's a restaurant franchise called Square One, and they have absolutely delicious hamburgers.
Oh.
So if there's a Square One near you and you haven't been there to eat a burger, and they have vegan ones too if you're one of those people, and you put that in your bio, vegan. Sorry.
Oh my God.
I never understand why vegan's in somebody's bio. Like mine's just omnivore or whatever. But no, go there and it's eat both. And,
I thought it's funny that you put that in your bio.
I'm going to.
I'm an omnivore.
Yeah. Co-host Nerds Mike's omnivore. Not CrossFit. And then
man.
Go eat that burger. That's it.
All right. My pick of the week is it's made by a company called Anchor. For those of you that travel a lot for work, one of the biggest headaches is, or even if you don't travel a lot but you're going on vacation, there's a device it's made by Anchor. It's essentially what it is. I don't think there's really a name for it, but you're just gonna
I'm
have
already
to look
sold,
for-
man. This is great.
Yeah, you really just.
Essentially, it's a cradle that has 3 slots across the top, and inside of it is a thing that has 5 USB ports. Essentially, it allows you to have any type of cable that you need plugged in, and it's all in a cradle, so you can literally just take that cradle with you instead of having to pack a ton of USB cables for whatever
It's a power
device.
hub.
Yes, but it's not just a USB, like, I understand, like a power hub. Yeah, that's cool. This is an actual cradle that, like, props up all your devices, too.
Oh.
So it's actually
So
nice.
I can't see the ones in the back.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
But I have mine. I have, like, a micro USB hookup.
Yep.
I have 2 Lightnings hooked up. I have an Apple Watch charger. So literally in that thing, I can just take that, and I don't have to hook anything up.
Never mind.
Yeah.
What do you use your micro USB for?
In case I need to charge my Beats headphones.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, or my Bluetooth gaming controllers or anything like that.
I
So-
see.
Your Beats headphones. What do you have,
Yeah.
Studios?
Studio 2s, yeah. Yeah, but
What are you,
whatever.
Dr. Dre?
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
But
Those
anyways,
Beats X, man, is just plug in that lightning cable.
yeah, I got a free pair of those this week. But anyways,
Oh, nice.
you can go ahead and close out, Maxwell.
I'm going to do that. All right. So, hey, guys, we're at like over an hour here. My God, I know we've exhausted you with all the E3. We had to compress like 4 days worth of shit down into an hour. Whatever. So
5
thanks
days.
for listening. We look forward to hearing from you. And as always, you can like us and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube. And you can reach us on that old-fashioned email, podcast@nerdswithmikes.com. And guys, guess what? We have that Patreon.
Frank Rigg knows we have it. We have it.
Frank Rigg, ask that guy and buy some
Yeah,
of his
I'll
art.
tell you how cool it is.
Yeah, Frank
and then we'll
Rigg
talk about
art.
you next time when you start doing some donations.
Yep.
Yes.
You could
What
even.
is that? Patreon.com/nerdswithmikes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's like almost everything we have is /nerdswithmikes, unless
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
at
Our
Nerds
YouTube.
with Mikes.
Our YouTube channel is Nerds with Mike's podcast.
Yeah, there's that.
Because somebody got to the name first, and they have like 2 videos. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not
I'm sure
them.
they're good.
Also, our store, Maxwell, where you can buy sweet swag.
Yeah, so go to nerdswithmikes.com, scroll to the store section, which is pretty easy to find because it's right at the top or in the menu, depending on your mobile or desktop version. And look at that. You can have a shirt with our logo on it. You can have a cup with our logo on it. You can have a hat.
Let me get a cup.
No.
Oh, sorry.
And
What's
you can
great-
you can pick different colors.
Yeah, what's great is we not only have shirts for men, but we also have shirts for women.
And children.
And children. You can get tank tops, you can get hoodies, you can get boggins for your noggin.
Everything is still on sale.
Yeah. And every little thing that you buy helps us put this show together and give back to our fans.
Yep. So if you don't like the Patreon, because we take your money every single month, which really helps us more than you can even understand, do a one-time purchase of a shirt. I mean,
Yeah, and-
why not?
And when you do that, make sure that you post a picture of yourself in such shirt so we can see it.
Yep.
We'd like to see.
Mm-hmm.
Like this one right here.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
the worst. All right. Well, anything else, guys?
I think that's it.
Love y'all real big. And please share us. Share.
Share.
Share, real big.
Share.